Hey everybody, I'm Elise Wong and I'd like to show you a time-lapse video on how I did this painting. This painting is a representation of sort of a split personality that everybody has. Everybody has two sides. One is we have to play it cool, we have to play it professional, we have to play it elegant, we have to play it confident in order to succeed in life, work, even love. And that is the realistic tiger with the pattern background. Because tigers, they're so, I don't know, they have this aura of mystery, sexiness, powerful, and they're really mystical creatures, and I thought to use that in a realistic approach to represent that all those things that I've said, that people, all those traits that people find attractive and charming. So yeah, the realistic tiger. But contrary to the realistic tiger, the front that we all have to play in order to succeed in life, there is also a abstract to us, which is the purple tiger with the messy background. I chose a abstract approach for this one is because contrary to all those front that we play in order to succeed in life, I wanted to show that underneath that shell there's more to it. People can be fun, people can be interesting, and people can be messy yet beautiful in a certain way, and hence why everything is all messy, polka dots everywhere. It's a purple tiger, for goodness sake. Underneath all that elegant approach, there is always this creative child inside everybody to just want to have fun, to be, it doesn't have to be all in a straight line all the time. I call this painting reflection because I feel like this is something that everybody sees. You have to play this part all the time when you meet new people, but when it comes to the abstract tiger, only a handful of people know that tiger, if you know what I'm saying. I hope you do. For the purple tiger, one thing I love about acrylics, it is so versatile. You can make it look like oil, you can make it look like, well, acrylics, but you can also make it look like watercolor. It depends on how you use it. To achieve this approach, I actually use a golden gel mediums. This is extra heavy gel. Golden is a very high profile brand and they are really expensive, but the quality is there. I use extra heavy gel to give it a very texture-like feeling. In order to add to that effect, I use a palette knife to paint most of it. Certain places like the ear, the whiskers, and a few parts here, I use an old brush. Nothing too fancy, just an old bristled brush. For this one, I use a Talcon filbert brush. So this brush is really good to paint fur. It really gives a nice fur effect. And for all the little things like here, all the ears, the whiskers, I use a liner brush. I made my own template for the background, as you can see. I just use a plastic sheet and a box cutter to do the design. I hope you find the video helpful. If you do, please like and comment below. I like to hear your thoughts about it. I started by painting the background, and then after that I use a dry sponge brush and apply acrylic, just vertical and horizontal. Then I flickered some paint all over. I block in the colors first so I know how the tiger looks like, where are the placement of all the colors. I started using the palette knife to apply all the paint all over. It was really fun because I never had to focus all on the details. I just applied paint according to the direction of the fur using the reference photo. It was really fun. I did not have to focus on details at all. I finished this fairly quickly as opposed to the realistic tiger. So this is still applying the same method everywhere. Using the palette knife was really easy, just laying it down, kind of like a construction worker laying cement on bricks. It's kind of like that. Using your reference photo is really important because then you can notice how long your strokes will be. And then I did the ear. layers, I use a paintbrush to make it easier because I can't achieve that with a palette knife. And make sure I also apply shadows in the right place. For the eyes, I also used a brush. I painted the red using a paintbrush followed by an airbrush to give a really smooth mixture. And then I used a template. After that, I started blocking in the colors like I did the first tiger, so I know where the placement of everything is. Try using a really dark color as your base, because as you add lighter colors on it, you can actually see the darkness through. And then it really feels very realistic because you can see the amount of layers of fur into it, and that really brings it more to life. For this piece, my base color was not very dark, so I had to use some black first before I add in the midtones and highlights. And yeah, because these colors, I have to mix it myself, so the lighting was not really good. Further down, I had to do extra highlights for the orange fur. I had to lay down the fur quite a number of times to really add the layers. It may be quite tedious, but the outcome is quite realistic. Now I'm adding in the midtones. It still looks quite dull because there's no highlights, but we're getting there. The ear may be a place where you feel like, oh, okay, you can just simply paint it off, but to really pull off a realistic painting, every single thing you have to pay attention to. That's the downside of painting realism. Now I'm adding in all the white highlights. I'm using pure white this time. Now I'm adding in the highlights for the orange because my previous highlights were not bright enough. Now I'm adding in the little details such as the whiskers. And there you go. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe, and if you'd like to keep up to date with my photos and paintings, please follow me on Facebook, Google+, Deviantart, and Blogspot. That's all for today, and thank you for watching.